With tens of thousands of fish farmers, Nigeria occupies the position as the third largest fish producer in Africa, producing approximately 1.17 million metric tons of fish annually. In a bid to maximize profits, this farmer has joined many others in tapping into the lucrative opportunities fish farming provides. Meet Mr. Wisdom, Chikatara. He started the journey of catfish farming in December 2021. Behind success stories, there are bitter experiences. Mr. Wisdom recounted his challenges from years back, including losing 200 jumbo-sized fish just 2 weeks after purchasing 500 in his first year as a fish farmer. Those experiences are now in the past.
As a catfish farmer, how will you describe the journey? How has the journey been? Has it been a tough one or something that you would say it has been very easy, a walkover?
It's not that easy. Though the business is lucrative, but the only challenge we are having here is the feed. The cost of feed is drastically just increasing day by day.
Yes.
While he admits that the business is lucrative, he has also attested to the fact that there are challenges, ranging from high cost of production to dealing with the middlemen who undervalue his fish to secure their profits, not regarding his production costs. Despite these challenges, he has achieved significant growth.
I started with this one. The little money I got from this one, I then started using it to expand.
It means you are doing well now.
No, I can say partially I'm trying. Sure.
Between raising fish from the stage of fingerlings to jumbo and raising it from jumbo to adult, which one do you think is easier?
Raising from fingerling to jumbo is quite easier and less expensive.
Okay.
Because this thing, it consumes food based on the growth rate. Like the fingerlings, they won't consume more. If you want to raise from fingerling to jumbo, they will consume lesser feed.
While he acknowledges that raising catfish fingerlings to jumbo size is easier and less expensive due to lower feed consumption, he has chosen the path of raising catfish from jumbo size, which is about a month old, to adulthood at 3 months. Throughout this process, Mr. Wisdom works hard to minimize mortality. And to minimize mortality, he ensures a healthy environment for his fish by changing the water in his ponds every 3 days. When it comes to medications, he uses both natural and synthetic options.
So how do you deal with it to ensure that these things are safe and you don't experience mortality? That's death.
Okay. The only thing there is that I do buy drugs for them.
Drugs? Do they give fish drug?
Yeah. And also you have natural remedy for it also. Like this bitter leaf, 1 or 2 times in a month.
According to him, when he wants to administer natural medication such as bitter leaf, he stabs the fish for a few hours, then he washes the leaves thoroughly, cuts them into pieces, and introduces the leaves into the pond for the fish to consume. This method incurs no cost, provided you have the leaves planted around. But the question is this: are the synthetic medications expensive?
How expensive are the drugs?
No, it's not that expensive. Like if you want to buy one should be around 1,000 naira, and you can use it like 3 or 4 times. Some people do use even salt.
So they pour salt inside the pond.
Yeah.
I thought it affects the fishes.
No. Sometimes I do use it. Just avoid direct contact.
Okay, with the fish.
Yeah, with the fish. That's all. Don't allow it to touch the fish directly.
If you are not a professional, I would advise that you seek the counsel of a professional before trying out this method of medication. As a fish farmer who uses both trampoline and concrete ponds, he shared with me how expensive each of them can be.
If you want to buy this one is 200 and something thousand, 250 or 230,000 or so. Because of building this one now, it's not up to 100,000.
Okay.
50,000 naira can be
the concrete itself. Yeah. But for the tarpaulin, you should be budgeting between 100 to 200.
Setting up a trampoline pond can be expensive, but it has its advantages. This is what he has to say about trampoline ponds versus concrete ponds.
Which one would you say is better if somebody wants to start? If I, as a beginner, let's say I want to start fish farming tomorrow, which one would you advise me to go for, and why?
Two of them, they have their own advantage and disadvantages.
So what is the advantage of
this one? Now I have second-hand value.
Okay.
Probably if I want to close the business, I can still resell it to another person. So this one don't have that second-hand value. This one is less expensive if you want to establish it, but this one is, you understand?
Has second-hand value.
Yeah, this one has second-hand value, but this one don't have second-hand value.
Catfish can be carnivorous by nature. He emphasizes the importance of feeding the fish regularly. Moving on to marketing, he values all his customers, both small-scale buyers and wholesalers, but he prefers wholesalers because the money comes in bulk and can be reinvested into the business immediately.
Are there things you consider when setting prices for the fish? That's how do you set price on them? Or is it based on, sorry to cut short, is it based on what people are selling at the moment?
This is a business and it's a personal business.
Yes.
You will check the actual cost you incur in the process of raising the fishes. So you check it, then you calculate it.
From the things you said, it means you sell these things as fresh, not as smoked, but
no.
Which one do you think is more profitable? Do you think selling fish as fresh, as fresh fish, that's live fish, do you think it is more profitable than selling it as smoked fish?
Smoked fish is more profitable than the live one. I have that in mind, but next year I will establish that one also.
Okay, congrats in advance.
Thank you.
In his advice to aspiring fish farmers, he stressed that borrowing money to start a fish farm can be very risky, recalling the losses he incurred at the beginning of his journey and how unfortunate it would have been for him if he had taken a loan to start up.
What advice do you have for people that want to get into fish farming?
As I said earlier, the business is lucrative and you can, and it's not that stressful. Understand? Anybody can venture into it. Anybody, depending, even despite your age, you can venture into it. It's good. If you want to go into it, if you have the capital, more especially, you must have the capital. Because the thing, sometimes at the time, you don't have any money to maybe buy feed for them, it will be disastrous.
How much do you think somebody can use to start up, considering the fish feed, the tarpaulin, everything? How much do you think somebody can use to start?
Depending on the capacity. I started a little with lesser capital, like 200,000 as I told you earlier, but at the time, we still need more money to buy feed.
During our discussion, Mr. Wisdom told me that a first-time fish farmer can start with 200 to 500 fingerlings or jumbo-sized fish, but he must ensure he has another source of income to help sustain the fish farm. He claims that with 200,000 naira, one can sustain a fish farm with 200 jumbo-sized fish for the next 3 months. At the end, he told me that the biggest lesson he has learned as a fish farmer is that fish farming is lucrative and can connect an individual to people of higher caliber.